Welcome to Chi-Town Cigar Podcast, the podcast where three Chicago guys light up a fine cigar and get into everything from sports and current events to hobbies, life's little moments, and everything in between. Whether you're here for the cigars, the conversation, or just some good laughs, we got you covered. So grab your favorite smoke, settle in, and join us for laid-back chats with a Chicago twist. Now it's time to put some smoke in the air.
It's Tuesday night in the Windy City, and that means another episode of Chi-Town Cigars. Glad you joined us live or listen to us later on Spotify, Apple, or iHeartRadio. I'm Mike coming to you live from the Aganorsa Studios in Central Illinois. What's up, guys? You ready for another show?
Teddy?
Every Tuesday, baby. It's funny. Like every time me and Marty are like waiting, you're like, what's up, Marty?
I was
What's up,
waiting
Mike?
for you. I saw you like polishing your camera lens, trying to
Yeah,
your-
it's weird. I mean, it's not that hot outside, so I don't know why my camera got all foggy. I mean, it's not humid outside. So. I don't know.
it's excited for the show.
Something. I don't know what he's talking about. Trapdoors and explosions and.
That's the title of our show. What do you do?
Oh, okay. All right. I get you.
Sometimes I do that at work. I push buttons.
There you go. What's up, TX?
What's up, guys?
Big Al's here. Good to see you guys. Matt Brugger, always good to see you, buddy. So we got a full house tonight.
What's everybody smoking?
I am smoking the TGS exclusive Circo de Chaparrito. You can't. There's no way you're going to see that, but it's the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust exclusive for the Great Smoke. So
You know what that is? Circo de Chaparrito.
it's the circus of something.
Small
Chaparrito. Yeah.
Oh, the small people. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
What are you smoking, Marty?
I am smoking the El Mago Beach Blend.
I gotta get more El Magos in my life. I gotta buy.
I got a 4-pack.
Oh, look at that!
on
Look
sale.
at that! Texas too.
El Mago Vice and a double pour Rebecca Creek. I have the El Mago Vice, and that is a great cigar. That is an absolutely great cigar. So TX, let me know what you think. Send me Flo. Good to see you, buddy. What do you got there, Teddy? Did you tell us what you're smoking? Did I miss it?
So I went. The other day I sent you a picture when I went down to Little Havana and I visit Juan's little lounge down there in Frankfort, Illinois. I never had it before. The Fratello Sorella.
Yeah.
It's Ecuadorian Habano wrapper over Indonesian binder.
Nice.
Dominican, Nicaragua. So let's see. First time.
Yeah.
See what he was gonna do.
David Cage doing the Pravada Club Purple 6. Very nice.
That's good.
Very nice.
Purple 6, is that the purple eater, or is just called purple? Because they told me the purple eater is really good from
Pravada.
the Miss Cigars, from Privada.
He says,
Ooh, Postaña.
of course, Matt is smoking a Postania War Bear. Of course he is.
Teddy, are you guys getting in any of the Postania like lounge cigars they're doing? I forget what they're called.
The 3-4.
Like here,
5
try this. Thank me later or something.
Yeah,
like
or something like that. Yeah.
No, I got everything from the line. I know the PCA release was the Sumatra that came out. I didn't see in the catalog that one. I mean, I got the big DP.
They've been talking about it on there.
Yeah. Okay. No, I mean, I'd be talking to customers now that Ultimate is back in action and we open on Saturday. I have to do a massive order between cigars. There's a lot of new releases, the stuff that I have to replenish. So it's a little bit of work for the next 2 months.
Fireball's doing the Vow by Avowed. Very nice.
Smoke This, Trust Me. That's the name.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then TX says that the Miami what does he call it? Whatever they call it. He says he's enjoying it. So that's David K is not doing the purple purple.
Okay, the people eater. Okay, that's what I thought it was. It's okay, Mike. I got you. The foreign guy got you.
Try to say purple people eater 3 times, and I can't say it twice. So very nice, very nice.
That's the little limited cigar associations. Some of them are very good, but some of them can be not my choice, basically. But
yeah. So, well, awesome. We're all back. We're all back from our vacations. Teddy hasn't taken his vacation yet, but Marty was back last week. I'm back this week. So,
I will be gone May 31st till June 8th. We'll make it official live. So yeah. I maybe could get my laptop with me, but I think I'm gonna be driving that day on Tuesday, but we'll see. I'll be in Florida.
Agreeing with you that some of them are horrible for them small lines.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I do want to disagree. I want to agree with you, but I have them at the shop, so I can't really go crazy. But yes, some of them are not that great. It's
here's how I say it. Some are better than others.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly. I think what it is that they bring a lot of stuff back. Limited Cigar Association, then it's kind of a reason why they're not there anymore, right? But I mean, it is what it is.
Everybody's not gonna like every cigar out there.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
So each their own, and if
every palate, different palates,
So, I was gonna say something, and I can't remember the heck it was now.
Remember to like and subscribe. I think.
Yes. Remind everybody. Sharing is caring. Like and subscribe to our show. Share it on your timeline. We can use it. We've got, like I said, we announced last week we were going to do something by the end of this month. There was just some challenges in schedules. So next Tuesday night is one of our big announcements. You definitely want to be part of next Tuesday night's show.
Aren't we going to say who it is?
What's that?
Aren't we going to say who it is?
I'm going to say now we have to make the people wait.
I think we should wait. Then we should make them wait.
Oh,
surprise.
It's I think, if we make them wait, that'll draw them in and they can be pleasantly surprised or sadly disappointed. One of the two.
I think they'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. So, but yeah, remember to share this to your timeline, share it with your friends. Give
Spotify, right? YouTube, X,
iHeartRadio.
Yes, we just got. Thank you, Mike or Marty. I think you both did it.
We were always there, apparently.
Yeah, we were always there. We just didn't know it.
All right.
So,
are we on Odyssey too?
What's that?
Odyssey? Are we on Odyssey?
I know we're Podbean, right? Podbean.
Podbean, I thought, was the platform that distributes it for you.
Yeah.
No, that's RSS. Podbean is like for podcast.
You can go. It's a website that you can go to watch podcasts.
Firebean, he's always at that level. If you tell us,
that is true. We should tell everybody now. We get hyped up and we're waiting for next Tuesday. And
listen, this is a democracy. You guys decide.
You guys decide. Do you want to know?
I say yes.
You don't get a vote.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. You says democracy, somebody yes.
Yeah. I'm open. You guys tell me what you want, and
till the people decide, what do we got today? What's our mission for today?
Oh, that's a good question, Teddy. Hold on a second. Let's talk about our mission here. All right. So our mission for the night, whether we choose to accept it or not, is what do you do now? We're coming into, I mean, we've always been in cigar season, but for a lot of people, spring and summer are the prime time. Like Teddy, you can get outside, you can enjoy a cigar, whether you're on the golf course or in your backyard. But with all of this comes a ton of challenges, issues, and whatnot. So we've put together some of the things that are most common to cigar smokers, some of the issues that you face, and we're going to sort of discuss those, give you some of our, I don't want to call them tricks, but some of our suggestions of how you can deal with some of these issues, and then we'll go from there. So
We're not experts, but maybe we know one thing or two.
oh, look who stopped in to say hello. Welcome,
Oh,
Bob.
hello, Bob.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about some of those challenges that you face, and I guess the first one is probably the one that is the most common to everybody. Do we have a graphic for this, Marty?
I don't think he has a graphic for every one of the.
Not for everything.
I thought we have
something is not.
Anyway.
It's kind of common sense.
You tell me. You tell me what the topic is, and I'll see if we have a slide for it.
Yeah,
that one right there. That one right there. Uneven burns or canoeing. So obviously everybody faces this. This is, you spend all that time toasting that cigar up, getting that thing nice and prepped and ready to go, and then it goes all wackadoodle. So,
man, the one on the right, I've never had one that bad.
Oh yes, I did. I'm not gonna say
I would have given in and done touch up before I let it get that bad.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you don't expect him to do, because if you're not looking at the cigar, it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to be not looking at it for like 20 minutes.
So before we start, I feel like so basically this is our issues, right, with cigars. The first one, the second one, the third one is kind of, we'll talk about it in like a few minutes, that this kind of all similar comes together when it comes to humidity. So this is the worst one for me. This, and we don't have it on the list, but this is the worst one for me out of all 10.
But I mean, this is canoeing, or the bad burn, the uneven burn. There's a lot of different factors that play into this. I mean, I would look at the one on the right, our right, maybe people's left, I don't know, but the one that's really bad, that could be a wind issue. That could be dependent upon where you're smoking that cigar at. I mean, the wind catches it, and if the way you're holding that cigar, it'll start burning that way a lot faster through the rest of it. So I think that's one.
You're not rotating it either.
Exactly.
Like if you hold a cigar, like the bottom will burn quicker because it's cooler. It's
this typically occurs when it's few things: improper lighting. I've seen that with me and others, and exposed to like wind. If you guys been on a boat, been on the golf course, it happens a lot with the wind hitting it on one side. It's periodically is going to do that.
Yeah,
throughout the cigar.
Even on a lawnmower, when I'm on the tractor, I'll get that every once in a while. All of a sudden, I'll look at them and be like, "Holy cow!" Because I'm not rotating the cigar; it's catching the wind as I'm riding, cutting the lawn and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's one of those things that, it's not the fault of the cigar itself. It's more the fault of the person smoking the cigar. So, and I think Marty hit the ball right on the head, or hit the nail on the head, hit the ball on the head, I guess, too.
It got hit in the head with a ball.
Yeah, he had a header, dude. It's goal, like Ronaldo.
But you gotta, we enjoy these weeds, as I heard somebody say. I think Steve Saka said it to Bob on his interview. Or he said it to somebody else, or he might have said it to Eric from OGT on his interview at PCA, as we smoke these things. But you sort of got to pay attention to it. We relax, we enjoy, we savor it. Sometimes we get lost and forget to look at what's going on with our cigar. So you definitely got to be paying attention to it. If you start to see it burning a little bit out of whack, you definitely want to try to touch that thing up right away.
Yeah, you do have few methods. You can easily fix that. So you got the rotation. So if it's burning, say it's burning this side, right? You could just always rotate, because every time you have the cigar towards us, it's gonna burn obviously this way. So if you rotate your cigar periodically, the cigar is gonna the airflow is gonna fit, and the heat distribution on the cigar is gonna probably get better.
Mhm.
Same
Yeah.
thing with the touch up. Like Marty, you and Mike, you said a touch up was, a lot of people online say soft flame. I, I mean, even if you have a torch and you do it on the side, don't do it close. Try to
Right.
do the touch up from far away. Same thing when you light up your cigar.
Yeah.
I like to touch up with like a single flame
Mhm.
like that.
So single,
And I can be more accurate.
See,
Yeah.
that's another good one. Thank you, Marty. Yes, with like the single jet, because this is what I got here. I got the triple jet. See, most of it's really rare for somebody to have a single jet unless it's really nerdy and he's touching up the cigars like Marty just did. But that's a good idea, Marty.
Yeah.
But Mike, you pointed out, this is a huge thing when you don't have a good humidity. If it's the ideology is to have it, what is it, 70-70, right? Some people want 65, but
Yep.
I've seen that a lot. When we talk about it, when the cigar is on the wind and you're in the golf course, blah blah blah, or a boat, and there's a lot of wind, it also happens with bad humidity.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it
No,
can cause
absolutely.
uneven. Yep,
Yeah. I
that
mean,
you were right.
the way you're having your cigar rest in your humidor, if one side's getting more humidity than the other, you're going to start to get that uneven burn. So I mean, there's definitely we take care of these things, and it's probably our obsession.
It can also just happen with a bad roll. Like if they roll, there's certain tobaccos that they put in the blend just to make sure that it burns, and if they don't put that in the right spot in the roll,
See, I
get like one side that just doesn't want to burn very fast.
Yeah.
See, online I didn't read when it's canoeing is not has to do something so much of the roller. When we talk about the other issues, like we're gonna talk about the last one I believe is gonna be or one of the last was the ass flaking, or when it gets messy and stuff like that, and the canoeing. When not canoeing, tunneling.
Yeah.
Tunneling, we don't have it on the list, but tunneling is when it's like
Yeah.
kind of like a hole in the middle and you can see the tunnel.
Yeah.
But I read online a lot of places and sites say that this doesn't happen from it's strictly the reasons we just talked about it, and like Mike said, from humidity. If it's not properly humidified, the cigar is going to do that a lot.
Yeah.
And I noticed that.
I know for a fact that there's some cigars, I'll get some that burn fine, and then some, like one side of the cigar won't burn very fast.
Yeah.
And I'll be continually having to touch it up.
Yeah, and this isn't just canoeing, but it's tunneling, it's anything, And I will say that Matt Brugger's talking about multiple lighters. We all have multiple lighters, so yeah, But I came up with, I was reading something, I don't know who wrote it. It was an article about uneven burns, and I have a bad habit because of working from home and I will always tap the ash off of my cigar. And somebody was saying that's the worst thing to do because that's how you're creating that uneven burn. The longer ash is helping insulate your burn. Yeah. So they're like, you shouldn't tap it off of there until you absolutely have to, so you don't get a lap full of ash, but you should. And I'm like, oh shoot. And now I've realized over the last couple of weeks that I haven't been doing it, my cigars are burning a lot cleaner and a lot more even. So it's education. I mean, we're not saying this to just say it, but we're trying to help everybody to deal with this. And you're going to walk away with something going, hey, I didn't really think about that, So
the ash definitely helps to cool the cherry.
Yeah,
and also it's more, the heat is better because it's enclosed. You didn't tap it off to take off the ash and your cigar. So you're right, Mike.
Yeah,
it has happened, and I've seen a lot of people too. See, now, like David says, for I feel like the quad. I don't have many quad for a lighter like this, but like I usually have only triple. I feel like the quad ones, the jets are for more of the bigger gauge.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong, right? I don't know.
And it's funny because one of these days we will have Steve Sock on our show. I hope to God. But he put me on to this lighter. It's a single flame. But it's a welding torch. I mean, but I love this thing, and I love
It's a single. It's a single, right? Yeah.
But I love it for. I mean, it lit this cigar just fine. This is 60 ring gauge, so I understand the whole idea with the quads. I have a couple quads myself. I enjoy those, but I've just learned the art of toasting. I don't know if BTCG is on here. He will talk about it a lot on his shows when he does his live or his recorded episodes and stuff like that, about taking the time to toast that cigar. And I've just learned it's sort of a process. You just got to sort of sit back and you sort of set the momentum for your night or for your smoking experience as you toast that cigar. And I just found that I really like to take the time with the single flame and just sort of work it around and go from there. So, and it helps.
Bob the cigar guy is the reason, and a lot of people have been, even at the lounge, now that I'm back, like, you'd be like, really torching this cigar? I'm like, yeah, in the beginning, I got it from Bob.
Yeah.
It helps a lot. It's even.
Yeah.
And then obviously you can light up more when it, but it helps. And thank you, Bob, for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Bob, there's a test at the end. So
yeah.
we give partial credit and we grade on the curve.
Yeah.
Yep.
A big curve when it comes to stuff, because I'm terrible at taking tests.
So our second one is what is it?
Our second one is a tight or plugged draw. So, this is one of those ones that
I should have a slide for that because I have the same tool.
Yeah, you get your cigar and you start to smoke it, and you take those first couple puffs off of it, and it's like sucking a golf ball through a garden hose.
What?
It's just you just can't get a draw out of it. So there's a couple different things. One of the things you gotta look at is your cut. How is your cut on the cigar? Because if it's a torpedo head, you could have it. You might not have cut enough to really get a good draw out of it. So that's one of the things that I recommend. When I was on vacation this past week, I was using my fingernail a lot because I didn't have if I left my cutter in the house, I didn't want to go back walk in the house. So I used my fingernail a lot to cut it. It worked out fine. Sometimes I realized I had to take a little bit more off than I did. So that's one of the big things with a tight draw. A plug draw, I think everybody knows you're going to need a tool. You're going to need a tool. You're going to need that draw tool to sort of help get that thing going. Marty, I don't know if you still have your collection of stems that you've pulled out of cigars.
I do, but they're like 2 arms lengths away.
Yeah. But you'll find that there's stems that end up in cigars and they're causing a little bit of a problem. So
I included on the picture, there's obviously there's plenty of options there. I can name you a lot, but this is one of the cheapest version of that I have downstairs. I should have brought it here for the episode. My cigar draw tool. It looks like a pen, right? And it just comes, perfect. Look at that.
Yeah.
And it's probably one of the best tools you ever use. I think I bought it for like $10 only, or probably less. I think I bought it for $7. They're very cheap, very effective, right? And it works. Sometimes it works even with one poke. You go through the whole cigar, and please be careful.
Yes.
Please do not go left or right, because I've done it before, and the cigar is gonna be able to smoke because it's gonna have a hole on the side.
Yep.
You probably have to plug it in with your thumb,
you gotta be really careful because it's easy to just crack your cigar from inserting it.
You gotta go straight.
And even if you go straight, just take out a little bit at a time.
Don't go like fast. It's just yanked it out, and the cigar is completely damaged.
Yeah, Fireborn says here, he says, check the draw before you're lighting it. You don't want to use the draw tool after you lit it. You don't want to be poking ash onto your lap or onto the floor, or desk, or chair, or wherever you're at. So
That's why I always cold draw my
Sometimes it
cigars.
gets worse after you start, though. So sometimes I have to. But yeah, you got to tap the ash before you do it when it's lit.
Hey, Kelvin, glad you're here. Yeah, definitely take your time, let the cigar rest. It's always
Hey,
interesting.
Kelvin.
It's always interesting when people talk about getting cigars and they're smoking them right out of the box sometimes, and they start complaining. Sometimes you gotta let those cigars rest a little bit.
And then you have to make sure it's not a closed foot because your draw will stink.
That's a very good point. Yes, it's a very good point. So yeah.
And like Mike said, it your cut makes a difference. And then I remember, you remember, Marty, when we're at the Ultimate, and I was telling you about, I don't remember what cigar it was, and you were like, "Hey, cut it off now and make it a straight cut," and it got fixed.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that was the Patina Sumatra you were smoking.
Yeah, I made a V cut.
You didn't even like the taste of it. I'm like, cut it straight.
Yeah,
tell me if it tastes different.
And then literally 3 minutes later, I'm like, "Oh, Marty, you're awesome." What's up? Oh yes, yes, Eric. Thanks for mentioning that. He does. Eric is
he uses a power drill on his cigar.
Yes, he does.
Wow.
I've seen a picture. I haven't seen the video, but
like a 3/8 or smaller.
Yeah, 3 1/4.
Honey, what's going on? I'm just tight draw, honey.
Yeah. Matt's right. A perfect draw is a great tool and definitely something worth having. You know, you can pick them up cheap, throw it into your travel humidor, throw it, get two, and I'm not promoting them, but I mean, have one in your travel humidor, have one wherever you're smoking cigars on a regular basis. And that way, you've always got one. Because believe me, I have one, and more times than not, I'll be out smoking and realize, oh shoot, I didn't bring my draw tool. Now I'm struggling through smoking a cigar, which is not a good experience whatsoever. So
the other thing is on Bellicicos, because they angle at the end like this.
Which ones?
The
Bellicosos?
like the one in the picture there. Bellicicos.
Yeah, like a Bellicoso. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because of the way they're shaped, sometimes I find those have more trouble with plug draws than other.
And another thing, I don't know what's podcast. I don't remember what I was watching, but since then I've been using it a lot. So when it comes to pyramids or bellicosos like that, if you cut it straight, because I stopped doing Vicas like that. Don't do a straight cut straight. Put your cigar sideways in the cutter, or any cutter you have, the table cutter or your regular cutter, and try to do a straight cut sideways.
There you go.
Oh, look at that, Marty.
Look at that. You guys started talking about canoeing, and my cigar started canoeing.
All right, let me ask you this then. How long did you get the El Mago?
I got him yesterday or the day before.
Exactly. See, Mike, back to Mike's point, humidification is a huge factor here.
Listen, I did it.
Right.
We'll go back to, and we're going to talk about this, I think, on one of the things. The leprechaun dust. The leprechaun dust came the day of our show. And I'm like, against all my best judgment, I decided to go ahead and light it up. And that sucker cracked the minute I lit it up. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And I struggled that through the whole show. Go back and watch that show, and you'll see me struggling with that cigar the whole time. So, hey, South Texas. Wow.
Mika, hello, another Gab. What's up, Mika? Welcome.
Oh.
I love it. My brother's from Gab.com.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So any other suggestions with the cigar with a tight draw or
so the bellicosos, sometimes I'll use a V cut because it seems to relieve the pressure a little more.
In the middle?
Either you can do an angled straight cut, which kind of helps with the same thing, or you can do a V cut, and that tends to make it a little better.
What's your guys' thought on the crown cuts? That seems to be
it's a huge thing.
Yes.
Ultimate. I get the cross.
Really?
Can I get I've done it before. I feel sometimes towards the end of the cigar, the cap is gonna get too loose. But I don't know. A lot of people like in the beginning of a cigar, that 1/3, you get a lot of flavor. You get a nice, you get basically it's a double V cut.
Mm-hmm.
I do like it, but I just don't like it in the end. Towards the end, it just gets all sloppy, and it's like it's the same thing with the straight cut. I cannot do many straight cuts on many cigars, especially bigger gauges, because it gets like sloppy. The tobacco falls off, and that's all. That's why I always do V cut. But the question: do you guys do punch? You punch your cigars?
I used to. I haven't probably in a couple of years. So Macau loves the crown cut. That's good. I'm not. I don't know. I've never done it, so I've just seen it a lot more. So I was just curious as to. But yeah, I mean, the punch, you can damage the cigar a lot more than cutting it. You're putting pressure down on that cigar to get that thing in. So I'm just not a big fan of it. Other people love it. God bless you. Go for it.
Oh my God! I wish. Oh, I've seen that too. I've seen that. Whatever he says is truth. So you guys know, I can prove you after the show pictures. It's awesome.
Yeah. So is a cigar saw? I've never heard that kind of saw. That's like
yeah. It's just saw, but he uses it for cigars.
Oh, so it's a saw. He just calls it a cigar saw.
Yes.
And what is a Catholic cut?
Yeah.
What is that?
Cross.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
Right.
I love you, Eric. You're funny, dude.
Big Al is here. I want to tell everybody we've got a special giveaway. We've got 2 special giveaways with Big Al and Warriors of the Leaf. Got a box while I was on vacation, came home, opened it up. The cigars are resting. We have 2 cigars and we have an ashtray. So we have a total of 2 ashtrays, 4 cigars. So you get an ashtray and a cigar. We're going to start that giveaway in 2 weeks. So not next week, but the following week, we're going to do it. You've definitely got to be present to win. So, but I mean, they're bigger than this. So it is our ashtray. It is the Chi-Town Cigar Podcast ashtray, but they're bigger than this one. And I would say this is probably 6 or 7 inches in diameter. Al would probably tell me exactly what it is. So they're bigger. I think they're probably 8, maybe even 9 inches in diameter. So they're great ashtrays, high quality. So we'll be giving those away along with 2 cigars. And tune in 2 weeks, and we'll tell you what your chances are, or how you can go about winning one of those. So
I want to make one like this, but a bobblehead. Can you do bobbleheads, Al? Do you know how to do that?
A bobblehead cigar rest, or just a bobblehead in general?
No, I wouldn't rest my cigar on it, but just the little guy bobblehead.
We could do pop Funkos. We could figure out if we could do a pop Funko Chi-Town cigar guy. So, did we ever officially name our guy? Is he officially named, or is that just sort of our guy?
Should we have a contest?
We should have a contest. We can come up with a contest.
Maybe that's what we should do for the giveaway.
There we go. There we go. So that's what we'll do. So you guys have 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to figure out a name for our mascot. So, think about it, and we will have you submit those to us during the show, and then we'll come up with the best one. We'll vote on it and come up with the best one. You've got Al looking into the bobblehead.
All right.
Oh, it's trouble. It's just got to be 2 pieces, right? You just got to have the body.
You could just saw his head off and put a spring in there, maybe.
Oh, the horrors. Oh, the horrors. No.
Sorry, I had to plug in the computer. Sorry.
It's okay. So yeah, so that's in 2 weeks in 2 weeks, Teddy, we're having our audience name our mascot.
Let's do it.
So that'll be and the winner will get an ashtray and 2 cigars from Big Al and Warriors of the Leaf. So all right, let's keep moving on here. We're only through number 2 and we've got a bunch of them left to go. So number 3 is overly loose draw. So this definitely happens quite a bit. So one of the things I found when you have an overly loose draw is you're probably smoking that thing way too fast. You've got to slow down. That's probably number one. You know, you start that you're getting that cherry, as Marty called it earlier, way too hot, and it's opening up the tobacco faster than what it should.
But you can't help it because it's too loose. So you like you need some resistance on your pull to
Right.
to gauge, you know, your draw. And if it's like too loose, you like can hardly put any force into your draw.
Yeah.
See, for this one now, and I read a line to it and kind of knew about it. Way over humidify it, the cigar. Don't you think? If somebody is squishy and very like soft, that means the cigar is kind of like over humidified.
Or it's under humidified. If you got a loose draw, that tobacco's opened up.
Yeah.
So it's not, so therefore now you've under humidified it. Your cigars are way too dry. And so when you light that thing up, and I think that's part of what Marty's saying too, is it's just, you can't slow down because it's burning so fast, and that it's like burning a piece of paper. You know, there's no resistance to it. So the humidity helps to slow that process down and give you a more even burn. So when you're finding that you have that overly loose draw, you know, that's definitely one of the other things, is that you're under humidified. I think it's probably more what you're doing.
You know what they should do? I have an idea for a product now.
Oh, let's go.
They should sell little pieces of stem that you just hammer into the end.
You're gonna make your own plug. You're gonna make
right. It just needs a little plug.
Mm-hmm.
His engineering brain started. Was like, yeah,
I'm the idea guy.
Maybe Al can do that. Maybe Al can make a 3D version of a plug, and we can just.
You don't want to smoke plastic. That would not good.
No. You know, going back to those three things. Well, canoeing, you know, the loose draw and tunneling, like you said, Mike, cracking too. It has to do with humidity.
Oh yeah. If
humidity is not proper, you're gonna have a lot of those issues. You gotta maintain the humidity properly. You cannot have.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the benefits we have of being in the Midwest, is it's a little bit easier to control humidity. You know, you hear people down in Phoenix and Texas.
Yeah,
you hear a couple people from Texas, and that controlling humidity is just downright difficult.
It's difficult. Yeah.
You know, we could throw a couple of Bovida packs into our humidors and we're pretty much set, versus it'll be like the up and downs. You know, I mean, I've got my humidors all in a closet. So, so it's nice to be able
so
to.
Do you go in the closet and come off? So another thing, when you have your here in the Midwest, I've noticed, because like when in Florida didn't happen much because it was cold on the basement, but here in Illinois, I feel like sometimes even in the winter that you got kind of like humidity trap in the house sometimes. So like you said, we are lucky here in Midwest because it's easier. Like the other day, everybody's like, oh, it's raining for 3 days. Like, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's two things: good for my grass and good for my cigars. It's building the humidity back in Illinois. So let it rain, baby. So, but
here's that question again. Here's that question again. The tip dip.
Well,
I might be able to.
We need to do this.
We need dip on and then punch cut it, maybe.
Yeah.
Also, a red line that when it's a loose draw, that you also need to fix your cutting method sometimes, and especially when you have. Eric can mention this. Another nice good cut. I think our friend Wayne has it too. Is it called the baller cut?
Yeah, the baller.
That's like a circle, but bigger than basically punching the cigar. It's just a straight cut, but smaller than the straight cut and bigger than the punch. It's kind of between, and that's a really good cut for a cigar.
Yeah,
I've seen Eric a lot cutting it all the time.
So there you go.
Some cigars. That's what I have. I have. Yes, I have 3 of them coming. Ultimate. So.
Oh, you didn't buy 3 of them.
I didn't. I know I didn't buy it.
I'm like, wow.
I don't
Really
know.
committed.
No, I didn't buy it, but I got 3 coming at Ultimate. I talked to the rep, Brian, and there's he kept 3 for me. Huh?
I saw the MSRP for it. 680.
Yeah, but
680.
sometimes you have the hookup, you know.
Well, I'm not saying that your MSRP is 680. So
It is. It's crazy, the MSRP. Yes.
you know, so I mean
It's,
that's a kick. You know, and I
it's a soccer ball.
it's a soccer ball. But I also saw the way that the cigars are in there, they're not, I mean, they're laying flat, but they all get fed in straight in. So you're not laying them down. They're all, you know.
Yeah, that's another thing I got. I was like, I want it, I don't want it, because it's not like an actual humidor. Like you said, it's like it's a certain point that you have to put them in. You're right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
there goes.
It's like holding the soccer ball. You go summer party, you're like, okay, I got my humid. You know, it's all weird, and then you have to. I kind of see what you're saying. It's not like you can just put them there.
Galvin's donating a $5. There we go.
Ooh,
So
Nice.
Kelvin, I just saw your message. Sorry, I was live on the podcast, so I'm gonna answer you after the podcast.
oh yeah, so interesting.
If you guys don't know, Kelvin Woods is the rep for Oveja Negra and Black Label Trading Company. So thanks for joining, Kelvin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, we met Calvin at the
We'll
event you guys had.
Yeah.
Great guy. Great guy. Welcome.
So, okay, moving on to the next one, and we've sort of talked about this one.
Wilson's here too.
Wilson, what's up, brother? The next one we're talking about is wrapper cracking or splitting. And this is what I was talking about. This, I still think this is a part. A lot of this has to do with letting those cigars rest. You know, we all get excited, and when I'm talking about resting them, I'm talking about if you're buying them from a brick and mortar online, and they're sending them to you. The USPS is anything but reliable. It can take anywhere from 2 days to 10 days to get cigars from a brick and mortar somewhere. So as these things are traveling, my dog is definitely having some say about this. As these
He
things
does not like splitting wrappers.
she doesn't like it at all.
He hates the cigars when they're cracking.
So yeah, but I mean, as these things are traveling, they're in trucks, they're sitting in warehouses, they're sitting, you know, they're not humidified. I mean, yes, they're in a box, but at the same point, you're not getting that really good humidity, and what's in the box is getting pulled out because it's sitting in there, especially now with these extreme temperatures that we're having all over the place.
Another thing is, like you said, you know, when it happened with the leprechaun, and I think I told you, also here in the Midwest, the cold weather can crack the very sensitive wrappers, right? The Connecticut, you know, for example, was like, I remember like only like 35, 40 degrees over here. I smoked the New Cuba, Connecticut, and it cracked because I went from like, you know, 73 degrees to 40 degrees outside, start smoking, and they crack. So the cracking can be from also due to the weather, not also humidity, right?
Oh yeah. And I mean, obviously Connecticut wrappers are a lot more fragile than a Maduro. So you've got to realize that they're a lot more susceptible to weather change. So you can have an absolutely perfectly humidified cigar and take it out at 90-degree weather, and that sucker's going to split the minute you light it because it don't like that weather whatsoever. Same thing if it's cold out.
There's some Maduros that are thin wrapper. Like the wrapper that was on the Krakatoa is Maduro, but it's thin.
Very sensitive.
But like a broadleaf is a lot more thick, and you're going to have a lot less issues with that, like a Umbagog or and Connecticut broadleaf.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great, and then I think Marty, you mentioned it when we met each other. It's a great, if you guys want to share the slide, the cigar glue. The cigar glue, it's a huge factor that a helper that it can help out. I figure out some brands that I found online, but I still to this day I don't know if you guys own any of them. I have a lot of people even at the lounge online that they say there you go. All right, perfect. So Marty, does it work?
Yeah,
It works.
I don't want to say I use it all the time, but I use it when I need it, and it's great to have.
So you use it. So we can talk to our audience. Like, do you use it on any crack? The crack that's by the. Is it like anywhere specifically, or what is mostly that you use it at? On what side of the cigar? It can fix everything basically, or no?
It can fix just about everything. It's harder to use if it's like right at the very tip. Like if you get a little crack right at the very tip, it's a little harder. But the hardest part is you got to let it dry. So if you like take your wrapper off or your band off and it pulls some of the wrapper off and starts unraveling, I use it then. But then I've got to like heat it up to cure it. So I kind of hold it over the flame and warm it up without burning the wrapper.
Matt's saying there's a smaller pen style one online that works.
I saw it online.
Okay.
Yes, he's right. I saw like a little pen that you could just do the little ones. That's a great idea. Yeah.
One of
He's
the other
absolutely
tricks,
right.
one of the other tricks, I don't think he's with us. I think he left already, but BTCG talked about this at one point. So if you can get your band loose on your cigar, you can wiggle it down to where you're starting to get that crack at. And that will prevent that cracking from going any further. Yeah. So you can move it down a little bit. You just sort of have to coach it up as your
Don't use it on the plumber's crack.
I get it now.
But yeah, you can use the band as helping to keep that crack from spreading or from ruining your smoke.
I do it all the time. Yeah.
You just got to sort of, work that band. Some bands you're not going to. They use too much pectin when they're attaching it. That thing gets stuck to the wrapper.
I need to use it right now. Like this cigar is like perfect for tonight because it's showing me all the things I could use it on. See, this little piece is like flaking up. And I can just glue it down.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different things you can do with when you get cracking on your cigar.
And this is like the question. A lot of people have seen it, and guy works with me, Jimmy, in the morning. He stopped doing it. He used to take the band off of it. The band takes a big role in the cigar sometimes, especially when it's, you smoke it around. If I remove it now, it could probably crack, or the glue, like you said, Mike, right? It'll take the glue will take off some of the wrapper. So I read online, and I heard from a lot of people, just try to take the band off when it's very close to the flame is very close to it, because doesn't it warm up the cigar and it's bare and it's more loose to come out? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's two things that brands hate: destroying their box for brick and mortars because they put a lot of money into those boxes and they want those to look beautiful on the shelf. But number two is when consumers pull the band off because that's their advertising. If you see somebody smoking a cigar with a red and gold band, you're going to say to them, "Hey, what are you smoking?" And it's going to catch their eye. Versus you're just smoking a brown stick. They're okay, well, whatever. They might not be so apt to ask you about it, or they might not know if they see you put it down in the ashtray and they try to look over and see what it is. If they don't see the band, they don't know. So the band. I mean, from a brand perspective, they put a lot of work into those things and a lot of effort and a lot of money into creating those bands. So they obviously want to see you keep them on there as long as possible. And yeah, the longer you smoke it, that glue will heat up and it should release pretty easily from the cigar.
The other thing the band does is, as you smoke the cigar, you might notice it starts expanding as where the heat is. So if you take the band off too soon, the cigar will have a lot more likelihood to expand too much and crack.
Yep.
So keep it on there and it'll keep.
And then for like the people, the thing out there, like we're talking about cigar glue, right? It's not an actual cigar glue. It's like a natural, adhesive, pectin. What is it called?
Yeah.
Gum. It's like a gum Arabic glue thing.
Yeah.
So it's like it's safe. It's tasteless, odorless. So it's something kind of the same thing that they use when they're rolling the cigars.
It's vegetable glue, I think.
It's yes, vegetable glue. Thank you.
We got Calvin blushing. I don't think he realized how many people like. I can't believe you don't know how many people like Black Label Trading Company cigars. Another one of Kobe's here. Good to see you.
Kobe, hello.
And Val showed up.
Another one from Gab. I'm so happy the older Gab is here.
Glad you're here, Val. Definitely watch this on the rerun. Okay, let's keep moving on here.
Yeah, the fifth one. We got a fifth one now.
Yep. So this is the one we've talked about probably a dozen times already, but maintaining proper humidity. You know, it's everybody's all over the place. There's the great debate over humidity. What's the ideal humidification for cigars? What's the ideal level for your humidors? There's debate whether it's 65, whether it's 62, whether it's 69. There's a debate. I mean, how many cigars? You know, it boils down to what your preference is. You know, if you like your cigars a little squishier, you're probably going to go up a little bit higher in your humidity. If you don't like them and you want them to burn at a different rate, then you're probably going to go a little bit lower. So you sort of gotta decide what you want and go from there, as opposed to taking, in my opinion, listening to everybody, because you're going to get 100 different opinions. It's like the big question that we've always throw out there is cellophane on or cellophane off. You know, do I keep my cellophane on my cigars after I buy them, or do I take it off? You know, do I store them with the cellophane on, or do I take it? You know, so I think humidity there's some absolutes to it, but I think you've sort of got to look and go, here's where I'm most comfortable at. Here's where I want mine at. In your environment, you know, if you're down in Texas, you're probably gonna have to keep your humidity at a different level than obviously somebody in Chicago is, because we don't have the same weather.
It also depends on the type of humidor you have.
Yeah.
Like if you use a wooden humidor, you kind of have to use the higher percentage Bovetus because there's more leakage.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Marty. I was about to say that.
Closed humidor.
Yeah.
Because you have different humidor. Obviously, you're going to have your electronic one that is like, 7 foot tall, that it's very tight seal. You also have your Tupperwares that somebody has Tupperwares. Like Marty said, I have the wood one, right? And in the winter, I kind of have 3 modes to make sure the humidity. I got my Oasis fan, my cigar beads, and my Bovito packs in the winter. When it comes now, spring and into the summer, I kind of remove the Bovito packs. So into the spring and the summer, I only have my Oasis fan and my cigar beads that I fill up with distilled water or cigar juice that I have. Obviously, again, like we say, whoever want to do to keep the humidity the way they want to, right? And like Marty said, I have a wooden humidor that actually I got 3 of them. One that fits like 400, the one with 120, the desktop, and I got the one on the floor that also fits about 200. All 3 of them are wood. And yes, I'd be using 72% is for Bovito packs. Like the 69 doesn't go above 68. There's a leakage, right? Like Marty said. But the best way, and I don't know, do you guys have Tupperwares, big Tupperwares? You have them? That's the best method, correct?
Yeah.
It's the most efficient, the cheapest way.
Yep.
You can literally put the boxes in there and just put the Bovito packs, 10 Bovito packs, and you're set. You put your hygrometer and you got your humidity.
Yeah. And the Bovito packs will last forever if you're in a super tight closed system.
Josh, it's open, so you can stop by whenever you want. They opened up as of Saturday, so stop in. The Tupperdoors.
Yeah, it opened Saturday. Yes.
I love the Tupperdoors because I have 3 of them, and so if I have any infused cigars, I have a Tupperdoor for infused cigars, and then I have ones that I have a Tupperdoor for cigars that I go to daily. That I'm gonna, so that way I'm not opening up my bigger humidor and releasing humidity every day. This way I can open up my Tupperdoor. It's real easy to maintain that. The minute I close that lid, within 15-20 minutes, it's coming back up to
it goes back to the certain that's what I love it, because I got little Tupperwares, right? The real tight. And there's another thing, the tight seal jars. That's another way that I have. Those are really good too. That also, I think 1 year or 2 years ago, I had the Bovito packs almost for 2 years on those jars.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So
you can recharge. You know, I wasn't a big fan. I wasn't sure about recharging my Boveda packs. And I'll tell you what, I have a rotation, and I can recharge a Boveda pack very easily, and there's no issues.
here's my question. How many times you recharged it? Because before I have done it 3 times, and after the second time, I feel it's not the same anymore. You're right. You can recharge with distilled water your Boveda packs, right?
Yeah.
I think once after a certain point they'll wear out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at a certain point. But I mean, you know, I probably haven't recharged any of them twice yet. You know, so I have a rotation.
I have done it twice.
Yeah.
And
So
it takes a lot of distilled water. Obviously you recharge them with the distilled water, right? You leave them inside the.
I have a small little Tupperware
Mhm.
container with a lid. I put a little jar, a little shot glass of distilled water in there, and usually within a week or two, it's recharged, and it's good to go.
So maybe I did it the second time. Maybe I did it wait longer, like I did the first time. So I retried it the second time, but I wasn't satisfied. So I was just like, just whatever. I'm just gonna buy another full box of Boveda packs.
So Fairborn has a question. Does anybody here ever purge cigars with a flame? I have an occasion that darker cigars can be brought back to a lighter, smoother flavor. There's a whole thing that relighting cigars, and yeah, you purge, you light that sucker up, and then you're blowing the smoke out. The first, if your cigar goes out, they recommend that you light it, and I'm talking about if it goes out and it's been sitting there for 10 minutes or more. If it goes out while you're sitting there, you have to go through the whole thing. But if it starts sitting there for longer, they recommend lighting it and then blowing it out. Blowing through the cigar. And it sort of gets rid of some of that acrid taste. And
He's talking about blowing through it and hold the lighter up.
Oh,
I saw like Tim Swanson did a
yes, you can do that
where he had like flames shooting out of the cigar from whatever was in the cigar that was burning off.
But Fireball has a really good question over here. It does work. And another occasion is when like we talked about earlier, when the cigar is tunneling, not canoeing, I was about to say canoeing, tunneling. When it's down the middle and you're like, what's going on? What's going on? Blow through the cigar instead of inhaling and puffing it, just cold couple times. And my experience, it has helped. It helped a lot. It fixed it kind of like just fixed by itself.
Huh.
Yeah. It kind of works. And purging it with a lighter.
Eric is saying you can recharge your Bovedas with distilled water in a Ziploc. Interesting.
That's what I do. In the Ziploc bag, you put distilled water. But like I said, the first time always is good. But when I do like the recharge, I did it once already, and I do it again. Every time I have done it 2 times.
Okay.
That's the second time. So maybe like you said, maybe I have to wait a longer like I did the first time.
I don't dunk the Bovedas in the water though. I like put them in a Tupperware with a little cup of water in the Tupperware and just let the humidity build up, and it'll reabsorb all the water. And eventually all the water in the cup is gone because it's absorbed into the Boveda.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Oh, you do it that way. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I never tried it that way. I always try it by putting the water, and obviously it absorbs, and you wait till they dry up. I'll do that way. I'm gonna listen to you.
Matt is saying he purges regularly if it starts to taste funky.
Yeah.
And TX is saying he've tried it a few times, and didn't notice any difference. So,
on top of that, isn't it that your palate? What, like we talked about it before, what did you eat?
Yeah.
If your palate is not clean, sometimes it can be a factor on that, no?
If you're smoking good cigars, it shouldn't really make a difference because they shouldn't have all the off stuff to burn off.
And Val's saying
whoops, sorry.
Whoops,
we got 2 people doing comments. So Gary was saying the wood in the wooden humidor should hold moisture, and it does, but it also leaks more.
Gary Sanchez, what's going on?
Yeah,
he's a chief.
He is. Yeah. Welcome.
Good to see you here. Thanks for
beautiful. Welcome.
Big Al saying I heard the same thing, Marty. Let the Boveda pack. Yeah, Exactly. Yeah. I don't dunk.
Versus dunking it, huh?
No, I let it sit there. Like I said, I have a Tupperware container. It's square. I put a cup in there. I put the distilled water in the cup, and I let it sit there for 2 weeks. It comes back. It's just as good. So, yeah.
I'm gonna try that. I'm very interested now. I got a few of them that are kind of like dry, so I'm gonna try that.
I would think it would be better for the Bovedas not to be dunked in water.
Right. Yeah. So.
Well, I dry them off, obviously.
Yeah, but
you know, they're still
the humidity to be on. I don't think it's good for the water to be on the packet itself.
yeah.
So, but I'm not an expert. Maybe we can.
I did it the Greek way. I put them in the bag. Okay.
If someone from Boba is watching and they want to talk to us about how to recharge their packs, let us know.
No, they would say do not recharge.
Absolutely not. Bovita pack. Bovita is gonna say no. Buying you one.
Yep, I know they are. So,
and they have really cool new cases that is just with the magnet, and it goes on like a lot of humidors now. I never had
They
that.
have a really cool humidor that they were having everyone sign at PCA.
And they haven't talked about how they're giving it away yet. They were talking about it's they're going to give those away. So
yeah.
So, all right.
Time for some break.
Should we take a break quick, and then we'll jump into the big debate here. So let's jump into a
Supremo Tobacco.
Oh,
welcome.
We have royalty here now. Watch out. So, all right, let's jump into a commercial. We'll be right back.
Step into luxury at Ultimate Cigar Lounge, where passion meets perfection. Discover a world of premium cigars, hand-selected from the finest tobacco regions. From bold beginners to seasoned aficionados, our curated collection delights every palate. Grab a cigar from our amazing selection, pair it with freshly brewed coffee or fine spirits, and sit back and relax in an atmosphere of elegance and warmth. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, your haven for unforgettable moments. Visit us today and ignite your senses. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, located in Villa Park, Illinois. Looking for the ultimate eyewear experience in Chicagoland? Discover Eyewear Fix, your premier eyewear store for over 28 years. From sunglasses to sports glasses to safety gear, we've got it all at every price point. Bring your prescription, and we'll handle the rest. Our appointment-only office offers a private, concierge-style experience tailored to your busy schedule. Call or text Chris at 630-853-4167 to book your visit and see why Eyewear Fix surpasses expectations. Eyewear Fix, where style meets precision. Get your fix today.
This episode of Chi-Town Cigars is brought to you by Aganorsa Leaf Cigars, where the great cigars begin exactly where they should, with the tobacco. Grown from authentic Cuban seed tobacco on Aganorsa's own farms in Nicaragua, these cigars are built on flavor, balance, and craftsmanship. No gimmicks, no shortcuts. From the first light to the final draw, you taste the difference when the leaf comes first. Aganorsa Leaf Cigars. The leaf is our strength. I felt sort of bad. Everybody's sort of blacking themselves out as I'm going through the read. It was like, where'd everybody go? Now they're not coming back.
You do better on a solo, so we have to keep you solo for your read.
Yeah, nice.
You want to try it again?
No, I don't want to keep trying again.
That was awesome. That's what we're gonna do from now on. Let him be.
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
Aganorsa Leaf, baby.
Yeah.
Talk about Aganorsa Leaf. Now that we reopen, I have to put an order. So, Joshua, I'm coming for you.
Yep. Val, I do. I charge mine when they're I don't want to say rock hard, but when I can check them and they don't have as much movement as they should, I'll throw them in and recharge them.
Yeah, so. I would not wait until they're rock hard.
No, because it's kind of like completely done.
Yeah,
but like Val said earlier, he said that they're not, Bovita packs are not that great. And when it comes again to the winter, Val, I use more than Bovita packs, the beads and the Cigar Oasis, and it helps out.
Yep.
Helps out a lot.
Now Calvin's overtaking our show. Now people want to know if he's who the rep is for. So, Calvin, there you go. Can't say that we're not supporting black label trading. There we go.
Small. That's
all right. So
5.
Let's go to the great debate. Everybody faces this. I faced it a couple months ago with a cigar.
We got the pictures. I got 2 slides for that.
Yeah. So, plume or mold? What is it? What do I do? What happens? What should I be doing? Is there a difference? Is Plume the predecessor to Mold? What do you guys think?
Hold on, go down, Marty. There should be the one says Plume versus, so we can see the both examples at the beginning. No, no, one more.
I put it up in the order that you had them.
There it is. Yeah, I messed up the order when it was. Sorry, guys, it was late on night yesterday. I'm so sorry.
I
So,
would
yeah.
not smoke either of those cigars.
No,
What?
no.
The Plume?
Ew.
No.
Plume is good. It means it's aged. The
No.
mold is bad.
All right, audience.
All right, audience. Let's see.
That's
So
what
Val
think
is- Plume is
like pre-mold.
Yep. Supremo is saying it's the same. Fireborn is saying it's the same. So,
I disagree because I talked to reps, I talked to people that make cigars, and Plume is just an aged factor into the cigar. Yes, it is the same.
I have
But
plenty of
it's-
cigars with a lot of age on them. None of them have that.
Yeah.
If they did, I would take them out of my humidor.
okay.
I heard like specific rappers do that, specific tobacco from, but listen, I'm not gonna. Okay, you never see a Padron do that?
No.
What?
I think here, first of all, if you have either one of these starting in your humidor, you better panic, and you better get whatever those cigars are out of your humidor as fast as you can. So you don't want it. You don't want to have an outbreak in your humidor because you'll lose sticks. You know, and I don't know. I've never smoked a cigar with plume or mold on it, so I don't even know how it would affect your smoking experience. But mold is definitely from overhumidification. Plume it's the crystallization, yes, but if you're crystallizing something, that's not good.
I think Plume is just mold that hasn't had a chance to really grow good yet.
Yeah. So
Teddy's being quiet.
That's because I disagree, because I smoked a cigar with Plume, and if you wipe it gets wiped, right? It becomes this. With the mold, you cannot wipe the mold.
No. In Supremos, every year there's a test that comes around, and everybody talks about this, and it's definitely.
See, when it comes to Plume, it's kind of harmless. Obviously, yes, more mold is more harmful, but I don't know. I have heard so many times cigar lounges owners. I've been to people and I asked them before that Plume is not a bad thing.
I could
Mold
see
is a bad
cigar
thing.
lounge owners that want to believe that.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that.
I think it's just I mean, you can wipe it off. I mean, you can wipe Plume off. Yeah, absolutely. I just don't know if I want Michael, my opinion, I don't want to smoke it. I just don't want to smoke it.
When it comes to Plume, and I read online also, because I crept, it's an optimal aging around 70%. When it comes to mold, it's more as excessive humidity, over 75.
Now,
So when you got Plume, you got your levels of regular humidity.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a bad thing.
Yeah. You know, I trust Gary, but Gary says wipe the Plume off.
Gary,
Your hand is
thanks,
so-
Gary. Because with mold, it's you
Gary,
cannot.
Gary, do you follow the 5-second rule for your Cheetah?
We'll get into Mythbusters on the 5-second rule. It doesn't matter. 5-second rule doesn't matter. Mythbusters prove that.
They
Val
did?
says,
I
is that
haven't seen that episode.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, they did. They did prove it. Val says it's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either. And I agree, Val. I just think, you know, I don't know. I have a mold allergy, a very bad mold allergy, so I wouldn't risk either one. But you know, it is the great debate. I feel bad when somebody in a cigar group post a picture of their cigar and says, "Is this plume or is this mold?" And it's just Supremo said it a couple seconds ago. It's like all of a sudden everything comes out. You know, in today's technology, you can figure it out faster. But if you're not sure, why take the risk? Why take the risk?
I'm just saying. I'm telling you, I'm disagree so much. Plume is
Good.
It shows your aging your cigars right. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's I feel like it's a good thing because yes, obviously, yes, it is a type of mold, but it's not it's good in use kind of because it's like you're keeping your cigar properly. It's not like over humidify that creates mold. Because okay, so have you guys been in Key West?
No.
Mhm.
You've been in Key West, right?
Yeah.
You guys have seen the cigars outside, right? That they have them outside. You know how much mold with some other cigars. If I go to Florida this year in June, I'm gonna go to Key West just to prove the point because some of the lounges in Key West that do have cigars outside sitting, and guess what? It's 80% humidity in Florida, right? And some of them have, and like I told my friends that we went for a bachelor party at Key West that day, that week, and there's some of the cigars have mold on them because they're sitting outside. Why? Because there's humidity outside, right?
Yeah.
But I think I just disagree with this one.
Okay.
I don't know if our audience, obviously said that it's the same thing, but
All right.
I don't
That's what makes it- as I said, it's a great debate.
it's a great debate.
Cellophane off.
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
you ever
Yes.
So, what I've noticed is cigars that don't have cellophane are a lot more susceptible to getting this.
Yep.
Than cigars that.
So the pictures a little bit, so we can see the difference a little bit. I found some stuff online. I think I have, the mold. So if like Mike said, if you see this in your humidor, just remove it right away.
Yeah.
This is gonna just spread, and it's not a good thing.
If you look at this, and I don't want to dive, but okay, so that's mold. But if
Mhm.
you plume almost looks the same exact thing.
No. Put the plume up. It's like dusty. You see how it is? Look at La Larguesa, the Arturo Fuentes. It's like a dust.
Yeah.
It's not. It looks very different, dude.
All right, well, that's
Do
that's our
you have
debate.
any cigars at Ultimate that have plume on them? Yeah, you cannot answer that if you don't want.
I do not. I do
Okay.
not. But I'm not gonna miss your lounges. There's an event, one of the lounges here in Illinois, that I do not like the humidor due to the fact that they're using regular, not filtered water, not distilled water, regular water, and the humidor has mold inside of it. And it's, you can see it.
Yep.
You guys know what I'm talking about, but it's, yeah,
There's some lounges that I've been in that, like the cigars on the bottom shelf, that are not in cellophane, that are getting the wet humidity on them.
Yeah.
They're a lot more likely to grow mold on them.
TX,
I just, yeah.
there's a question we're not asking him if he's ever on our show. We are not asking him that question.
Why not?
No.
We gotta be honest.
Have you ever talked to him about this? You don't want to talk to him about
No, he gets mad.
So,
Who
all
is
right,
that?
Saka.
Saka,
So,
What does he say? I've never heard him talk about it.
yeah,
I'm
Now
going
I'm
to
gonna
see
go
him.
line after
I'm going to
this.
see him on Saturday. I could ask him.
there you go. You ask him. Say, hey, we had a great debate on our show. That's a lead in to get him on our show. But say, hey, we had a great debate on our show. What do you think about plume versus mold?
I'm so mad I'm not going to Detroit.
All right. Let us move on to the next one. Lighter reliability issues. Lighter issues. So we all have multiple lighters. So I don't think it's an issue of, I guess you could be stuck with one lighter. But I'm like, yes. I'm like, what do you show me? Yeah. So, I mean, with lighter issues, obviously the first thing is a good quality butane. I think some people will use some dollar store butane that they find and all of a sudden realize that they've got issues and what's going on with it. So that's the first thing. You're spending good money on good cigars. Spend good money on good butane.
What do you use, Mike?
Where's mine? Mine is the Cigar.
Cigar.
Yeah.
Cigar or Colibri.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Colibri better than Zycar. Zycar with lighters and cutters, I feel like when it comes to, it has to be triple filtered.
Yeah.
What's the brand?
I don't have mine over here. I carried it with it's on my table 3 arm lengths away from me, Marty, so it's not going to happen. But yeah. So I think regardless, you've got to get yourself some good butane. Don't get some cheap butane because you're going to have issues. You're going to find that it's going to gunk up your lighter.
Vector. There it is. I remember Vector.
I've used Vector. Yes.
Vector, dude, is for me one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the best out there. And Colibri. Colibri is really good.
And you can get them all with. You can get 2 or 3 cans for under 50.
Oh, for cheap. Yeah.
And you're gonna have, and I know somebody, I think Eric or somebody said they go through butane because they're always touching up, but you're still not. It's still going to take you a while to go through a can of butane. So get yourself some good butane.
I bought a 3-pack. I think it lasted me a couple of years.
Yeah.
In fact, I just bought some today.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
Colibri ones?
I bought Colibri before, and I'm trying out the Zycar now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, let me know what you think.
There's a version of Zycar that apparently burns a little hotter for like higher altitudes. I'm going to try that.
Yeah, I like.
I haven't had a problem with Colibri, so
okay. I'm not. Yeah, some of them. It's this Greeks from Sparta. I'm not from Sparta. Okay.
Where are you from?
I like it, David. Yes, Vector. There you go, Texas.
Yeah.
I like Vector because it's. I don't know if I'm wrong. It triple filters it, and I like Colibri due to the fact that he has 2 of them: the high performance butane and the regular butane.
Yeah.
So if you get the high performance Colibri, Zycar I think has it too.
Yeah.
Good butane is always cheaper than good Cigars. Well, that's an absolute. That is a truth there. Yes.
But going back to the lighter reliability.
What's that?
Don't we all have this lighter that we have it for a long time and it still works to this day, right? Like those cheap lighters. You don't have to go crazy to buy $150 lighter. Yes, you can, obviously, to have it on the special occasions. But when you have one in your pocket, like the one that Mike showed, you know what it costs you? What, $10?
No, this was expensive. This was
really?
Not cheap. It's not cheap. It's a $50 lighter. It's a $50.
I have a similar one that I pay like $10 or $15 though. It's not that desktop though.
It's Saka endorsed, so I'm sure somewhere along the line said you can jack the price up a little bit.
But like for example, my Oliva nice lighter, it's hard to bring around. It's liability. I can lose it. I can break it. But I think some of the older ones and the simple ones, they do like the Palio. This is Palio. Yeah. Palio makes a great cheap lighter. Like you can go wrong.
The thing is that I'll keep quoting Steve on this because when I heard Steve talk about lighters, he's like, "You're gonna go through a lighter. It's not gonna last you forever. It's gonna last you probably a couple months."
No, I disagree with that one too. Why would you last you for months? You see this? This is the Dojo one for Palio. I bought this in 2022. It's a 4-year lighter. There's no way. Yeah, I mean, unless you really like just toss it, or like you don't take care of it, right?
You're eventually that stuff's gonna all start to wear out. You're just gonna eventually, I carry this with me all the time. This is the one I use. I'm figuring a couple months.
How long do you have it?
How long have I had it? I've had it since Christmas.
I think it's gonna last you for another 2 years, and it's gonna be fine. I feel like the liability issue comes when it comes to expensive ones.
Oh, no,
yeah, right. Like,
you
can pay like $100. Oh man, this light is great, and like 3 months later, it's like, oh, it doesn't light up. Oh, the lid is broken, or etc. or whatever.
But I mean, so the other thing I recommend is, and I guess the question for you guys is, do you bleed your lighter after every time?
Yes, please. I'm working in a lounge, and I have seen a lot of people is like, "Hey, can you fill it up?" And I've seen them like filling it up. I've seen people filling it up. I was like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Oh, it's not filling up. You gotta bleed it. You gotta take the air out." Like right now, I don't know if you can see in the camera. You kind of can see the air inside, right? I filled it up. I didn't bleed it. I filled it up. I think 2 days ago in my garage, and I didn't bleed it. And look what happened. There's a little gap in there from the air. You gotta bleed your lighters.
There you go. He's been using the same one for 2 years. No, absolutely.
It's also the way, like, like Mike, you said, like, I think the way you take care of things too,
Absolutely.
like we do with cigars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important.
Full bleed most of the time. Sometimes, yep, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think you definitely have to, because you got to get the air out of there. You're gonna get more. You're gonna get more butane. You're gonna get less gunk
Mm-hmm.
on them. But I mean, again, it's you got to take care of your lighter. There's a couple times. I mean, I bought one from somebody. I had some problems with it, and they were like, "Hey, send it back to me. I'll replace it for free." I realized that the little flint was off probably by a millimeter. So I took a little screwdriver and moved it over, and it lit, and it's fine. I still use it. So you got to give it some maintenance. You definitely got to take some time and look at some things and make sure. But at the same point too, they wear out. So don't, if you're spending $150 on a lighter, you might get a couple years out of it, and then all of a sudden you're gonna realize, I'm gonna have to buy another one. So,
like, for example, I spent what was it? It was from Cigar Authority. I was watching their episode. They got me to buy this expensive cigar lighter, and it's been giving me issues now. It's been less than a year.
Yeah.
It's not. It's always how you take care of it, but sometimes it can be an expensive one that's not going to last you long.
Yeah. And Gary, I think you're right. You're going to have issues with lighters. She's sort of one of the things I guess you got to sort of prepare yourself.
Absolutely.
And sort of research it and figure out, okay, why am I having this issue? What's going on with it? Is it a bad strike point? Is something not lining up correctly? We put them in our pockets. Did you get dirt or gunk into the you definitely want one with a lid on it. This one is a safety lid, as I've been told. You don't want to, because this thing can get lit. If you bump something in your pocket, you could actually strike it. So you definitely want something with a lid on it. But a lid also helps protect your what's the word I'm looking for?
The ignite. You're talking
Yes,
about
thing.
the ignite.
Helps you protect your thing.
Yes. So, yeah. I have not tried. I've heard those are great lighters. La Fin La Lam, or however you pronounce it. I'm curious.
They cost a lot of money, though, right?
No.
They're expensive.
No?
I have one.
Oh, there you go. Marty's
Yeah,
got
there
it.
you are.
Yeah.
Is that a single? No, it's a triple, right?
It's a flat flame.
It's a
It's a
flat.
flat.
The flat flames are nice. Those are
I never had one of those.
Yeah.
And another thing, for people that don't know out there, obviously most of us would know, when you bleed the lighter, try to do it upwards, because like my experience, if you do it kind of towards us down, the liquid comes out, obviously, right? So just do it upwards, the liquid will come out. I mean, the air will come out easier, because if you do it down, the liquid is gonna come out.
Do you have a special bleed tool, Teddy?
And somebody, if you just push down just a little bit and you can start hearing the air come out.
Exactly.
So you just push it down a little bit, and you'll start hearing the air come out. And if you don't have a thing, a releaser.
I mean, a bleeding tool.
My brain is shot. But yeah, and I actually did it while I was on vacation. I forgot my bleed tool, so I just sat there and just barely pressed this, and I could hear the air coming out, so I couldn't hear anything. And sure enough, I was like, I filled it right up, and there was no problems. So
even with like
you don't need a bleed tool.
Even if toothpick, obviously, be careful.
I tell you, you did something.
What?
We can't hear you.
I can hear him.
You can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear him. Can you hear any of us, Mike? It's you. We can hear you, but you can't hear us.
But what I was saying is, you can use anything that kind of fits. Just be careful, obviously, with the toothpick. Be careful not to break it inside. But anything that can kind of like poke and take the air out, it kind of works.
Use a small Phillips head, like a tiny Phillips head.
Yeah. There's a guy at the lounge that does that. Sometimes I even use like you really have like nothing, right? Just the inside of the pen. Take the pen or like the tip of the pen or whatever. You're really desperate to find
I
something.
wouldn't want to get like ink in the.
No, not the tip of the pen, like the inside of the pen that it has the inside and there's a plastic, and if it fits, it kind of works. If you're really desperate, you cannot find anything, But now that you said a tool, I don't have a tool. I usually use my my cigar poker. A cigar poker or the draw tool does that because it's metal and it also works. But you gotta be careful. Sometimes experience that I even some people that I have a friend of mine that did it. He kind of bent the where you fill up the lighter, and then it was completely kind of done. The bottom of the lighter, you have to be careful because you can bend it, right? And then you have the problem of you cannot refill it anymore because it's kind of bent now.
Yep. Well, we're waiting for Mike to get back. Let's catch up on all our comments. So Val says Jets. I think he probably means New York Jets. He's probably
he's talking about the New York Jets.
He's switching allegiances from Seattle to New York.
Cigar, sci-fi.
Xifi. Haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, what is that? Is it from Cigar? No,
Sounds
right?
Chinese.
Mike, can you hear us?
Yeah, I was sounding like I couldn't hear anything all of a sudden. I'm like, what the heck happened? I'm like, Teddy, I can't hear you. Don't ask me. No idea. All right, let's keep moving here to get this thing wrapped up.
Gary says he gets the cheap dollar store lighter for $5.
Hey, it works. It works. Yeah. You light up your cigar.
There you go.
I can just, even use matches. It's whatever,
Bell says I can all of you. I think he means I can hear all of you.
So the next thing is cutter performance. Obviously, cutters.
Hold on, we're catching up with our comments.
Yeah, hold on, Mike. Relax.
While you were gone.
Are you leaving?
A lot of comments.
I see that.
He has something to do. What are you gonna do after this?
We're at an hour and a half.
It's okay.
TX is telling Gary he got a Ronson.
Wow.
Ronson.
5 years.
5 years.
Huh.
There you go.
I have a lighter when the previous owner Ultimate had it in 2022. It's been 2021 when I first started being a customer, and I still have it. It's been 4 or 5 years. So I'm telling you, a pen bleed. See? See, Tim Swanson does it. Teddy does it.
He says, ask him about using it. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh, it's a bad thing then, I guess. Dang it. Paperclip, yeah. Paperclip, yes. It does.
There we go. There you go, Teddy.
Don't use a gel pen. Oh,
no,
that must be what he means. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, not the front of the pen. Do you take the pen apart, guys? I'm Greek, but not.
Pull a MacGyver on your pen.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Marty.
What is this? BB thermometer.
Barbecue thermometer.
Barbecue thermometer. That's
okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's metal. Okay, we're going above and beyond now.
Barbecue thermometer.
I think if you pay for an expensive barbecue thermometer, they're not expensive, but I don't want to break it.
I'm not going to put Val's comment about the Super Bowl champions because we're still sore about that.
No, do it. Whatever. We're here for the comments.
Yes, Ronson.
There you go, Ronson. So check out Ronson for your lighters.
Yeah, okay.
All right. What about cutters? Cutter issues? I think that's probably one of the things that, I know all these places give out cutters. The freebies, I think, are good for 10 to 15 cuts.
The freebies are like for when you go camping and you just give it to your friend and you're like, here you go. Yeah, you're right. The freebies, they go bad. You're right.
Get yourself a good lighter. I think that's one of the other things you can spend.
You mean cutter
money on is get yourself a good lighter.
Cutter.
What?
You mean cutter?
Lighter. You mean lighter or cutter?
Lighter, I'm sorry, cutter. Yes. Spend some money on a good cutter. Yep, there we go. The socket.
Oh,
They
he
give-
has the guillotine.
Yeah. So
How much you pay for that, Marty?
300.
No,
No. He got a box.
I-
He got a
I-
for free, right?
On,
they had a thing on Famous where he got spent $600 on
Oh, so you pay 600.
EPT and he got it for free.
there you go. Well, if you spend $600 on cigars and you're getting a free lighter, that's a great deal because that's a $300 lighter.
It is. It was
Gosh, darn
hard
it.
to guess up.
You know, with the cutters, and whoever wants to argue, lifetime warranty, Colibri. I have like 5 of them downstairs. I have 5 of them my whole lifetime. Lifetime warranty, one of the best cutters. You made me do the same thing. I'm like,
Cigar does the same thing. You know, they have your lifetime warranty. You send it into them, they'll resharpen your blades, they'll clean it all up for you. So yeah, it's definitely. I mean, spend the money on a good lighter, on a good cutter.
he's just you wanted to move on.
Spend some money on a good cutter, and you're gonna enjoy it. I mean, I got one from my mother-in-law for my birthday as a Cigar. I think I've sent it to him 3 times to just sharpen the blades and stuff like that. And it's you know, it's great. You know, so you can't go wrong with it. You know,
So these ones here, like this. Sorry, I got to pull it off the wall. They'll sharpen these for you.
As a Cigar?
this is
Oh,
like
see, I got a Cigar V-cut though. I don't got a straight cut.
this is a Cigar from Smoke Inn. Their specialties.
And if you send it to them, they'll
Yeah.
fix it for you.
Yeah, they have the lifetime warranty on them. So they used to have them quite a few years ago. You used to have to register your your cutter. God darn it. You had to register your cutter with them, which was hilarious.
What are you pairing a cigar with today?
But you had-
We're gonna put Mike's solo and see if he keeps calling lighters cutters and he's solo.
Oh, there it is. Hold on. Did you
There.
finish this today?
Now we
Is
know.
Yes.
Is this today?
not the whole, not half the bottle? I had a
Okay.
Um,
One third of the third bottle is gone.
quite a few years ago, you had to register your cutter with Cigar in order to get it fixed. And then they realized they're in such big production now. You go online, you fill out a form of what's wrong with your cutter, and then they'll give you a number, and you put the number on there, and you ship it back to them.
The crazy part is, like, I've read online when you want to fix a cutter that doesn't cut anymore, like when you put aluminum foil and you try to cut it and it sharpens the blade. Anybody has done that before?
I haven't. I've seen that. I haven't tried.
Yeah, I have. Because I'm talking about, I'm talking about those table original, the one that we have at the Ultimate. I forgot the name of it. Is it from New York? The table cutters. I tried to do that before, like 2 years ago. I didn't see it working. But if somebody has has done it before and used aluminum foil to fix the blade,
I wouldn't recommend that.
I wouldn't recommend. I was just like, you know what, just get another.
If you had like a burr on your blade, it probably would would make the burr come off. So I could see it doing that, but it's not really gonna like sharpen it like a whetstone or anything.
Yeah.
No such thing as too many martinis. Marty, TX wants to know what you thought of the beach blend.
I liked it.
Yeah.
After I rested a couple weeks, so it burns better. But it definitely would be a good cigar on the beach or anywhere.
Nice. So, any other questions or comments about cutters before we move on? We got 2 more to get through here real quick.
He said it right that time.
I did. All right. The infamous ash flaking and mess.
I think we got a picture of that.
Well, I mean, that's ash splitting, but you know, it's the same thing. I mean, I am of the philosophy now that, and I think if Eric is still with us, Eric says he taps his ash off on a regular basis, and Teddy, you hate when he does that. I definitely have to keep your ash on your cigar as long as you can. There's no reason to go for the world record for the longest ash. That's silly. I don't understand why I mean, I know why people do it because they want to try to look cool or something like that. Or take
I
some-
love doing that. That's like it shows a lot of the construction. Have you
It does.
smoked a?
You're begging for a mess. You know, if you want it in your lap.
I'm gonna send you an account on Instagram that the guy just smokes all his cigars, premium cigars, Cubans, premium cigars, and he makes a huge. And the crazy part is he just puts it on the table, takes a picture, and the ash still standing there.
I'm
It's
not saying
amazing.
you can't do it. I'm not saying you can't
It's
do it.
impressive.
I don't think there's a reason to do it.
Yeah, it is. It's-
After a certain
yeah.
point, it's not relaxing anymore. It's
No.
like,
No, it's
like
not.
having to
No,
hold the
it's
cigar
a, it's,
like
a, it's a
this,
hustle. It's a
pull your
hustle.
head back, and
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
and if you touch
Adam-
it, if you have to touch it up at all, the ash is going to fall off. Like
Yeah.
the only time you can do it is when it's burning perfectly.
I had a cigar that went all the way to like 1/3 left, and the ass is still holding. It happened with Padrones. It happened with Etabes. It happened with a lot of good premium cigars.
It happened with the Perdomo, Connecticut.
Perdomo, Connecticut. You remember that?
When I reviewed it, yeah,
It was 2/3. You had the ass. It was 2/3, correct?
at least.
Yes. So for me, I kind of appreciate it. It shows a lot of. It's just the construction of the cigar. It shows you the just the love between the roller and when you smoke it. Okay, you're like, okay, man, this is like 1/3, and then you're like 2/3, and the ash is not falling off. It's great. It's a great construction cigar.
No, and that's obviously the ash is a good reflection of how well the cigar is constructed, but I don't think there's a reason to sit there and get a 4 or 5 inch ash or 4 or 5 inch ash and go look at it. It's silly. You're begging for an issue. I think Fireborn's right. The cheaper cigars, you definitely get more flaking. Flaking is definitely a problem, I think, with poorly constructed cigars. Do you guys agree?
So I have some notes that I read online that it comes from a roller, why he believes this happening with an ass splitting. If you guys want me to read it,
Sure, go
and
right
I
ahead.
thought it
Why
was
you're-
so.
Why your ash starts bleeding? Is that what you said?
No, it's splitting like that.
Splitting. Oh, I thought you
So
said
it says online that as a roller, I noticed there are cures regardless of freshness of bunching techniques you used. It does appear to happen more when a visual leaf, which tends to be a thicker leaf with larger veins, is rolled with the thinner, more thin vein leaves and thin wrappers. As the stick is burnt, as the cigar is burned by a consistent smoker, one who draws in close invernals with less resting time between draws. Those thick veins have the ability to pull the lighter weight leaf ash towards us and the burnt curl of the heavier veins that it burns, and that's why it splits that way.
Yeah.
And then that's why the it's a heavy weight from the leaves and equal to the vein strain, and that's why sometimes it splits. That's what it said online, and I was like, kind of makes sense.
So I think, I mean, with that, I think with flaking and mess, it's not something. The only thing you can control is the mess.
Yes,
You can control the whole part. I am a believer of an inch to an inch and a half of ash is the most you need. When you start getting past that point, you can tap it a little bit and get some of that knocked off and continue to smoke and be just fine.
usually tap it about an inch. It's holding on.
This is about maybe what we're talking about. You remember when this is the Caratoba. This is the Caratoba cigar, and that was, what is it, a Robusto I smoked? I think it's a Toro Robusto. But there's a lot of cigar examples that it has a great construction, great burning.
Right. But I mean, we know that. I mean, you show me the ash goes, okay, great.
Yeah.
It's not, hey, this is a great constructed cigar. Yeah, okay, I know that. I don't need to see a 6-inch ash to go, yeah, wow, that's a great, so.
Look at that ass. But yeah, when the obviously when the ash is splitting like that in the cigar, you obviously tap your cigar. It's gonna, like Mike says, it's gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big mess.
Unless you're gonna buy that $350 lap pad to catch your ashes. And if you get that kind of money, let me know. So All right.
Our last one.
Yeah, I mean, and this is an interesting one because it's flavor inconsistency between cigars when we're talking about cigars from the same box. So you buy a box of cigars, you smoke one cigar, and it's fantastic, and you absolutely love it, and you go and smoke another one, probably not the same day, but a day or two later, and you're like, this isn't as good as the last one, and you find that sort of happens consistently through the box. You have a good one, you have a bad one, you have a good one, you have a bad one. So there's quite a few thoughts on this. You know, we're talking about hand rolled products, we're talking about people that roll cigars, you know. So one of the things is possibly that you didn't, and it's pretty likely, is you're not getting cigars from the same plant. You know, you're getting, you know, they were all fermented together, they were all aged together, but when they start rolling them, you know, you're getting different leaves from different plants. So
that's one of my factors. I have different crop years, right?
Yeah,
you're not gonna have, like you said, it's gonna be different rolled apart some of the cigars, and then that's where the changes you're gonna see.
You might just have a different roller too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A different roller, you know, different soil. You know, the soil for, yes, it's all the same field, but you know, you got some tobacco in that cigar from a plant that was in a different level of the soil, and it was different. It got more rain, it got more sunlight, you know, whatever it is. So it's definitely not something that, again, we can directly control. You know, it's hand rolled. So, you know, somebody was talking about it. It might have been on the PCA broadcast that we were watching, or it might have been a podcast I was listening to. I can't remember, but they talked about the bad day cigars.
The what?
The roller had a bad day.
Oh, yeah.
So you get a cigar that is just off. You're just like, well, that was just a cigar they rolled that day that they just were not having. We have those. We all have those when we go to work. It's just a bad day. You're not feeling 100%, you know, whatever. You've got 5 other things on your mind, and now you're hand rolling cigars. And so the bunching isn't as tight. You know, I mean, it still passes mustard when it comes to, you know, quality, but it's just not as good as the cigar that you smoked a couple days prior. So,
you know, that's a good point. For example, right, and that's the only obviously factory that I visit. Obviously, here in the United States, the Tampa J.C. Newman factory. There's only 3 rollers in the Tampa factory upstairs that they're rolling the American cigar. And you're right. If the guy has a bad day, or it could be a mistake, it could be the rolling process, like you said. He didn't. It happens. It's a human mistake, obviously, right? But I feel there's more factors out there, because I really took this to. I really read a lot of stuff when you brought this. The last one, when you wrote it down about, I have noticed a lot when I buy a box. Okay, I like the cigar. I didn't like this time. The second time, the third time, I liked it again. And now the good is the way you smoke it. Did you smoke the first time fast, and then the second time you did it slow? You took your time, and you had better draw. You know, you were cutting the lawn, and you just started with the first cigar from the box, and then you didn't enjoy it. You're like, oh, what is that? But then the second time you sit down, you enjoyed it. You took your time. That's a huge difference, you know.
Yeah. What did you eat?
What did you eat? That's another one. Yes.
I mean,
it's the chemistry. The chemistry in your mouth.
Yeah,
you're right.
Changes every day. So, you know, all of a sudden, you know, you smoked it one day and it was fantastic, and you know, 2-3 days later, a week later, you smoke it, and you're like, oh, this is
yeah.
You know, so
like, for example, you eat something spicy. You know, you're like, okay, I ate food now. I want to have my cigar. You just had, I don't know, some spicy tacos or some spicy Mexican food, whatever, spicy Greek food, and then you go smoke a cigar. Your palate is not going to be the same tasting the cigar.
No.
It's true.
Yep.
It's one of the factors.
So,
And another two factors for that before we finish our issues today is that aging, that we go back to from the beginning of the episode, aging correctly your cigars, right?
mhm.
Uh,
It's huge.
and then we talked about it, like you said earlier. Okay, you want to store them in the box. You want to store them off the cellophane with the cellophane. Obviously, how you want to rest them, it's up to you. Correct. So
Mhm.
that plays a big factor how you want to smoke it, or how it's going to smoke.
Yep.
And the last one is, like we talked earlier from all this, is cutting your cigar.
Yep.
If your cigar is not cut properly and you're like, oh, it tastes weird and it's tight,
Yep.
that's another factor.
Yep. So all those things play into it. So it's not, there's a variety of reasons. It's not something you can really fix. I guess the only thing you can really fix is your own palate to go, okay, well, last time I drink the Diet Coke with this, today I'm drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper. So maybe the Diet Dr. Pepper's got a little bit of different nuance than that brought something out of the cigar that the Diet Coke didn't, or vice versa, or whatever. So
Did you see the new Dr. Pepper that came out?
No.
Yeah, it's a new creamy coconut Dr. Pepper came out, and everybody's going crazy.
oh God.
Yeah, it's I never tried. I'm not a huge fan of coconut, but I just wanted to point that out there because you like
Mhm.
Dr. Pepper.
All right. Well, what do you think? Do we tease next week's show? Do we tease?
I think so. I think you should just surprise.
All right. Marty, you agree?
I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay. Next week's show, we are going to have Javier. I was going to say Jorge. Javier Largaspada from Drew Estates on our show. It's exciting. We're excited to have him on here. We're going to talk about all things Drew Estates, all things Jason and Sons. It's going to be a fantastic show. Share it. Tell everybody about it. We'll have advertisement coming out here probably in the next couple of days. But we're hoping to have a big audience and see everybody on the show and talking about all things Drew Estates.
I'm excited for that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm pulling out my pappy.
Oh,
I'm pulling out my pappy, baby. Let's
Nice.
do it.
nice. Very nice.
I got a thing is it's not Lancero.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
We
it's
might even have a
Toro.
giveaway. We might even have a giveaway for this show. So definitely want to.
We have some exciting news coming up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
Do we have anything for the history of this time of the day?
No, we're not doing history anymore. And it's already 9:20. We've been going for an hour and 50 minutes. So I think we'll skip.
Man, I'm having fun.
I think we will skip animal stories or animal wild tales.
Dang it.
And, we will have that possibly next week. I know we didn't have it last week, but
And also cigar news. So you guys know cigar news not very much this week. I found like one thing due to the fact that still focusing a lot of PCA boosts and pictures. So
there's really not. I mean, the next we won't
just read that.
Yeah, we won't have
Thanks,
anything really
Texas.
happening with cigars until the new cigars start hitting the shelves, which will probably start happening sometime early next week. You'll start seeing some of those releases
Within the first 2 weeks of May for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep. So
Oh yeah, Val was asking me. Val, I do not know yet. We don't know about the Shutdown crew.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely text you.
We're having a mini Chi-Town crew herf at Secreto on Saturday. So
if you want to drive out to Detroit,
If you guys are willing to go, hey, Ultimate reopened, so I have to stick with
Absolutely.
my lounge.
all right, Marty, close us out of this. Crazy.
Have a good night, everybody.
all right. Had a good discussion here. Can't wait till next week. We'll talk to Javier. We'll learn how to pronounce his last name.
Yes.
Javier, what's the last name? I'll tell you right now.
I don't know.
Oh man.
Until then, everybody, put some smoke in the air.